Good evening, everybody. I want to do a little supplemental for a very specific reason. As I was getting my stuff ready for work tomorrow, and I'm not going to run this very long, but as I was getting my stuff ready for work tomorrow, I forgot to tell you guys something. There are a lot of students right now that are getting ready, they're seniors in high school, they're getting ready to graduate from high school. Okay? And they were also supposed to be going to the proms. Because of what has happened here in the United States, this coronavirus, this COVID-19, the reason why they can't go to prom or their graduations is because of this. These are once-in-a-lifetime events. This is going to be the worst thing I have ever seen in this country. And I have seen some pretty bad things, but this is probably by far the worst thing I have ever seen. And I want you guys to think about this, okay? One of the things, and I forgot to mention this as well, and I may have mentioned it, I don't remember whether I did or not, but over 90% of the medications that we take in this country comes from China. Whoop! There's that China word again. I think I used it a couple of times in my video earlier tonight. I know I'd used it in my live stream when I didn't get it all recorded in. I'm sorry about that. But anyway, now do you see why I want you guys to memorize everything and to speed read and use those Harry the Rain memory techniques like I said? Now do you see why? A lot of this could have been averted had we done this. But here's some questions I want you to ask, and hopefully they'll eventually release the numbers. They probably won't from China, but they probably will here in the United States. How many of these people that died, I hate to use the word died, I like to use the word perished instead. Okay, perished, died, pretty much the same thing. But how many people that perished in the United States because of this virus, how many of them were over the age of 65? How many of them were smokers? How many of them had some underlying condition that made matters worse in the first place? If you eliminate all of those numbers from those who perished, now let me tell you something. The way this is supposed to work is you're supposed to take the number of people that perished and divide it by the number of people that have this virus. And then you get the percentage of people that this virus is affecting. Okay? Roughly 2% of the people that got this virus perished from this virus. Think about that. You have a better chance of finding yourself at the wrong end of a car wreck than finding yourself at the wrong end of this virus. Think about it. And now they want social distancing and masks and all this other stuff. They're ruining graduations and they're ruining proms and all this stuff. And ruining kids' memories. Kids are not going to look fondly on this stuff, and they will not get another chance to do this. Especially if they run this, officially April 30th is at the end of this quarantine. But what if they extend it? Now what? Even if they do open up all the restaurants, are they ever going to get back their graduation? Are they ever going to get back their prom? Nope. They're not going to get any of this back. And socially and psychologically, it's going to, in a way, cripple them. And that's not what we want. What we want to do is we want to get smarter faster. bring back our medical industry here in the United States. That's what we want to do. We don't want to manufacture things overseas anymore. Because when we do stuff like that, that's why we end up in these messes in the first place. And more importantly, like I said, Canada and Mexico closed their borders. Donald Trump tried to do the same thing and see what happened? This is affecting more lives than you know. Do what I tell you. Take this time. If you are sitting at home doing practically nothing, take this time and learn. I've illustrated why, and now you know. Alright, well, that's all I got for the supplemental. I do have to work tomorrow, so I have to get back to doing what I have to do. I appreciate you watching this little brief supplemental. I had forgotten all this, and I didn't get a chance to tell you. And I'm sorry I ruined the live stream. The videos will be processed, and they will be up soon. So that's all I can say about that. I hope you enjoy them. In the meantime, like I said, take the time, learn the stuff, get my ratings up, and if you guys do, I'll produce more. And I will keep producing videos until you guys have decent paying jobs with the $15 an hour that you really want. Let me tell you something. I have never been really opposed to the $15 an hour. I just want you to do it a different way. I don't want you telling the company, the boss, that you want your $15 an hour. What I want you to do instead is to learn a bunch of stuff and get to a higher paying job that way. Use your brains to get there. You know, if you use your brains, you can get to the same goal. You don't have to wait for them. You don't have to debate them. You don't have to do anything with them. Just use your brains and get into a better paying job in the first place. And I can get you there. And I'm more than happy to do so. You guys wanted that free education? Here it is. It's right here just for you. And I give it to you on a silver platter. And you don't ever have to pay me back. Isn't that nice? You don't ever have to pay me back. I'm doing this for you. So take this free offer and go with it. Alright. Well, like I said, I got to get going. So next week, next Sunday, if everything goes according to plan, I'll get on here and I will talk about more of that bill they tried to pass into law. Because let me tell you something, that some of that same stuff that they tried to pass this time, they're going to probably try to do in some different way. They'll probably try to do the same thing on the next one. They're not going to stop. So, if they're not going to stop, we're going to start telling you. I'm going to keep you informed the best that I can. Alright. I want to thank you very much for tuning in. I will tell you more in a future video, so I'd like for you to stay tuned.